Hello everyone, and welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. How are we all today? The 22nd of the month of September, the last day of the Virgo season. How are you all? I hope you're doing well. It is Friday, just before the weekend, as the moon is transiting through Sagittarius. A Jupiterian sign. Let's see how the energies are playing out with the Karma Dharma, as this is a messenger is here. We've got Taurus, and we've got teach. There's some sort of a lesson that's going on. Some of you may be hoping for advisement from a guru, a teacher. There could be issues pertaining to traditions and family and religion, what it is that we believe. We do see the book open here. So we've got someone that is advising, right? The teacher, the book is open. This could speak to some knowledge, something to do with, it could be some of us having gone through some sort of a spiritual journey, coming to some sort of an awareness or wisdom. Anyway, this can speak to advice, but this could also speak to the Taurian energy, which is all about our securities. We could be finding out some news pertaining to security, money, property, resources. All these things could be coming up as Venus is coming up to connect in a challenging aspect with Uranus in the next few days. Now we do have the Equinox tomorrow, as the sun is going to pass over the 0 degree of Libra, which is a cardinal air sign. Okay, this is the equinox, so therefore it's very important as the sun transits over that 0 degrees of the cardinal signs. In this case, it's Libra. Opposite, of course, is Aries, and we know the nodes are in Aries and Libra. Mars is coming up to the south node, but there's good aspects. There are really good aspects as Venus and Mars are connecting well. Juno is also there, so something to do with marriage and commitments. Okay, anything written, I'm going to say. Mercury is now direct, passing over his degrees that he retrograded over as we are leaving the Virgo season. Remember, Mercury rules Virgo, so it's all about the details. It's the information. Let's see how the stars are affecting us today. Black Moon, Lilith, and mystery. I feel that this is saying that there's been some sort of an injustice, and Black Moon, Lilith, the mystery could be solved at this time, pertaining to a feminine archetype. We also see, this teacher here is in, she looks like a female. So I've been talking about the energy being potent and strong for the divine feminine archetype. Let's see energetically what's going on. 22nd of September, or whenever you get to see this. Remember that Black Moon Lilith, she was banished from the Garden of Eden because she did not want to be under the rules and regulations of the divine masculine, which in this case was Adam. She was the wife. So remember, Juno also with Venus transiting through Leo, she was the wife of Jupiter. So it could be some sort of a lean towards the positivity or the strength being given to the wife or to the partner or to the spouse. It could be that the spouse, let's say the feminine archetype, has got some information that they want to share. And just talking about the or even thinking about what's going on in mainstream media with Russell Brand. Oh, my goodness. everyone is leaning towards that, and there's a lot of information. Remember that Leo and Venus retrograding in Leo. Leo is people that are up there on stage performing, very well known in their communities. Okay, and sex scandals, the sign of Leo, Venus retrograding there, has brought us a lot of different situations pertaining to famous people. Also, because the sun now in Virgo, right, which is all about purity, purifying. It's about medicines, it's about drugs. All these things are intertwined. It's about the details. So Leo, of course, is the sun, and the sun could speak to someone that is in a position of strength or in a high position that falls from grace, right? And because of sex scandals, we've seen many famous couples also that have been breaking up. I've been talking about relationships, people breaking up, couples, people that are well known in the performing arts, actors, actresses. So it's really interesting how things play out, right? We're going to see a lot more of that. So let's see what the energies are, what's coming through for us here with the messenger, Mercury, Hermes, with the sun at the 29th degree of Virgo, just before the new season. As we know, the equinox is a new season. It's autumn, right? Officially autumn in the northern hemisphere, and it's spring in the southern hemisphere. So a change of season is ahead of us. Let's see what's going on. We've got the World card. We also see Venus here. We see the Nine of Wands coming to some sort of an end. It's been really hard. We know the Nine of Wands, nines are endings as well. We go back to the 8 pertaining to messages. This could speak to, we've got fire, and fire does speak to sexuality and desire and anything to do with physical intimacy, right? We do see some sort of a major cycle ending here and a completion point, but there's also an indication that we're sort of going back a step, maybe possibly because we still are going over the degrees that, the personal planets, Mercury and Venus, retrograded over. So maybe revisiting the past, something to do with overseas, foreigners, yes, with a World card on a collective scale. This does involve the world, right? So remember, we've got Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, and Taurus. So money, sex, finances, and of course fame. Leo is the sign of the famous, those out there in the world that are well known. So 8 of Wands says to things starting to move forward, a lot of quick news, information, connection. 4 of Cups, the Fool card, and we've got the 5 of Pentacles. All right, so maybe a possible change or a turn where our beliefs are concerned in a new journey here. The 4 of Cups could also be a return to the past, missed opportunities pertaining to a new cycle. I feel like there's been some sort of a stop or needing to look back at something, re-look at something. Remember, Jupiter and Uranus are retrograde in the sign of Taurus, looking at our values, our self-worth. Can we take this leap of faith? Remember, this is also, not only is it Aries energy, which is youthful, risk-taking. Remember, the sun that's going to step into Libra is opposite Aries. So returning back to a past situation, and therefore changes possible changes ahead. Remember, the fives are always about changes. Yes, finances and practical matters come through, but also our beliefs with this card here. Right, so sudden turns of events where maybe a missed opportunity in the past is returning, and it is connected to the past or having taken that leap of faith, whether we have or we haven't. This is some sort of change, nevertheless. We've got Ace of Cups here, and Ace of Cups always speaks to an opportunity, an emotional opportunity here after some sort of disappointment, relative and involving other people. With that Three of Swords, so something that was disappointing maybe in the past could be returning. Remember that these people, they don't know that there's actual help here. Maybe they're just following what they've always believed. We don't take reversals here. So maybe there could be information that's going to sort of trigger us looking at a certain past situation through a different way, a different perspective, I would say here. And remember the mystery with Black Moon Lilith. Something is going to be seen, known, uncovered, because Uranus can be sudden turns of events or an ingenious resolution to something that was quite hard, something we may not have believed in. Let's see what the Lenormand holds. We've got a Divine Feminine, we've got the Whip, and we've got the Ring. So there's the cycle once more. Remember the Whip, which is a number 11, it is the Libran energy. Justice comes through. So maybe some sort of justice, some sort of help, possibly coming through, or a second chance, returning back to a past situation involving a commitment or a promise or an opportunity here. What's at the bottom? We've got luck here, and we've got the Clover, which is a Jupiterian energy. So Jupiter in retrograde does sort of turn our focus to the past, where we see some sort of a blessing that's been missed, or we're revisiting a situation and finding that blessing. Okay, so let's see what the wisdom of the Oracle holds today. And we've got building blocks, which is in the reverse, and number 28. The building blocks to me speaks to Saturn in Pisces, which Saturn in Pisces could be a dissolving of the boundaries, not being able to hold the emotion. You've seen what's happened in Libya with the with all that flooding. It's just been, the water, there's too much water. Pisces is the sea. So much flooding all over the world does remind me of Saturn in Pisces. So much emotion that's breaking down or dissolving those boundaries of Saturn, which Saturn is not strong in Pisces. And Pisces, remember, it's the divine. Things are happening that we may not understand why, but there's always a reason behind the hand of Spirit and the hand of God. Number 28. Okay, let's read the reverse message. Now is the time to address the cracks in the foundations of your life. Perhaps your values have changed, and it is time to strengthen your convictions and let go of the things that no longer serve the vision that you have for your life. And Pisces is the vision. It is the vision, and Saturn does bring us the truth where there's been a lot of illusion. It can be pertaining to our emotions or our beliefs, because Pisces is also our beliefs. And that does resonate with this card here. Or perhaps you chose to ignore the signs that a situation or agreement you have entered into is not right for you. Remove the rotten pieces and reinforce your core moral strength and integrity. Now is the time for rigorous honesty, for you are called to renovate and upgrade your consciousness. You will be so happy when you do. Spirit has a spectacular blueprint for your life, far beyond your imagination. Don't be afraid to replace what's not solid. Okay, so remember that Saturn is solid. It is the ruling planet of Capricorn. It is Earth. And that's why I feel that the building blocks being in the reverse says that we've got the opportunity to start building on something, on maybe even tweaking our vision. So when something is not playing out totally as we expected it to, maybe we're needing to tweak or make some adjustments pertaining to what it is that we're hoping to manifest. Okay, there's been an injustice with Black Moon Lilith here. The mystery is solved, possibly also giving the power to the divine feminine archetype. Let's take 3 Sibilas on this 5 of Pentacles. We've got the 2 of Cups and the Casa, so it could speak to property, home, or a relationship, some sort of an agreement. Yes, it can be relating to work as well, right? The house is something to do with permanency. It is Moon in Cancer, and it brings up subjects pertaining to the past, to your family. Remember that the Hierophant is also family. Anything to do with an establishment, and traditions and customs. So something pertaining to the past and permanency. It could be connected to the family, to our securities, to property. We've got La Matrice, which is the sweetheart. I do see her very strongly as Queen of Wands. Again, we've got the feminine archetype here. She holds something of great value in her hands, right? Some sort of something precious for her, and it's relative to the 2 of Cups, which can be a soulmate connection, of course. We do have a fair bit of water here, so it is pertaining to our emotions, our subconscious, and we've also got the Merchant. The Merchant is putting in a lot of thought. The Mercante, a lot of thought pertaining to import, export, contracts. We could be talking about business, yes. And he's looking into the future, so there's possibilities for the future and a possible metamorphosis pertaining to our financial standing or our values, I'm going to say here. I do see the Merchant. It is an earth element card, so it does speak to our securities and possibly something long term that is promised. So there's potential here, a potential for an agreement. Now we do see a divine feminine, divine masculine. She's facing him, he's facing the future. So maybe she's waiting on some sort of a decision, or there's a mystery pertaining to the Merchant, and that can speak to business. Yes, but it can also speak to someone that is an entrepreneur, someone that holds a position of power. Yes, this could be a decision that is pending here as well. We've got the Doctore, and excuse me, the Doctore speaks to healing, and we know that Chiron and Venus are connecting well at this time. Chiron and Juno, they're connecting well through a flowing energy, and Mars is in the story as well. Because Mars is right opposite Chiron, we see the divine masculine looking at that open wound. Something that was of mystery may be coming through, may be revealed, may be looked at this point. We've got luck, Lady Luck is on our side here, and it does concern some sort of an ending of the past and a metamorphosis. Now the coffin also, as well, which brings up Scorpio energy. We've got 1313, and then the coffin, which brings up Scorpio energy. So we've got another eclipse in October pertaining to Scorpio Taurus axis, and we've got Taurus and lots of Scorpio. So again, it could be the energies of the eclipse, the full moon in Taurus that's coming up in October, as we're closing up a major 18-month cycle, I would say, pertaining to the nodes. And the nodes do speak to karma, dharma, destiny, and fate. Okay, now, I don't know if you're dealing with a Scorpio. I don't know if you've got strong Scorpio in your chart. But remember that Taurus Scorpio is securities, it's self-worth, it's money, it's money that we own, property we own, and money that comes through from others as well, through a partner, through a loan, through a debt, tax debt, tax rebates. And Scorpio is a mystery, so possibly a mystery being revealed pertaining to some sort of an ending in the past. What's beneath that coffin? We've got the lily, and the lily does speak to a past connection, some sort of a purification going on. It is connected also to intimacy, mysteries, secrecy, but also power struggles, which is Scorpio. Now, of course, we've got Pluto still there in Capricorn, right? And the sun has been connecting with Pluto through Virgo. Virgo is purification, and Capricorn is that mountain goat. It's, Pluto and Capricorn is those that sit in a position of power, but there's a sense of urgency here, because Capricorn is also what we're hoping to accomplish, right? Our reputation, what we're hoping for our future. So there's help where the darkness of Pluto and the sun in Virgo is concerned. There's a flowing energy that's been playing out. Now remember, we're coming up to a new season. New season brings fresh energies. There is a potential to see the blessings that we've missed, those building blocks or something that we've possibly started from the past, a continuation of it as we've got the green light here. All right. So I will leave it there. I want to thank you all so much for connecting with me. I'm hoping to do an astro update for you. It's been a while. And I do feel that there's also a lot of humbling here for those that have been sitting high on their horse. They're being brought down to earth. And the humbling energy is for all of us. Okay, it's some people having fallen from grace that were not in their highest good, so just being brought down a few steps, needing to see things in, without those rose-colored glasses, without too much ego. So there's like a reality check. I feel that's happening now, and that's coming from Saturn in Pisces. So a reality check for all of us, dear friends, but also great potential here. All right. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for connecting with me always. I will be back. Love and light.